Welcome back to the 2-Minute Warning. Today I'm taking a look at the LA Chargers and going over why I think they're a dark horse Super Bowl team in the NFL. But before we get into that topic, question for those of you viewing, where do you rank Keenan Allen amongst receivers in the NFL? You think he's top 5, top 10, top 12, top 15, wherever you got him? Drop them down below in the comments and I'll give my answer at the end. Getting straight into it, just to make it clear, dark horse Super Bowl team means they're not the Super Bowl favorite. They're not a tier 1 team. You know, they're not a Chiefs, a Bills, a Bucks, a Rams. But that doesn't mean they can't catch one of those teams off guard. The Chargers is a team I believe in and for the future to be a serious Super Bowl favorite or contender that is on par with anyone. This year, I think they're a step back from the tier 1 guys, but I still think they're a team that could be sneaky and has the chance to go all the way. So again, not a Super Bowl favorite, but also not a 1 in a million chance to make it. You guys tell me though, looking at him, Justin Herbert, obviously everything's going to be dependent on him, just like many teams. Your quarterback's the most important position on the field. Justin Herbert, can he continue to progress in year 2? I'm not a part of that side that's saying he's going to regress. You know, a better O-line is going to make him worse. I don't know how people come up with that argument. I'm just scared, is he going to just do the same exact thing? And, you know, 31 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, that's phenomenal as a rookie. And even as a second-year guy, 30 touchdowns is harder than we think. But in order to get to that next level, to become a dark horse Super Bowl team, to progress towards a Super Bowl favorite, we do need to see him keep improving. I know that's a lot of pressure on a kid that's just, 23 years old or whatever he is, only second year in the league, being in the same division as the Chiefs. But when you break every rookie record, I think it's pretty likely that he can continue to progress. I already made a prediction just a video or two ago on what I expect from him. I think he'll push 40 touchdowns, between 4,500 and 5,000 yards, probably between 10 and 15 interceptions. He'll have great ratios, but we actually need to see it come into fruition. The offensive line, we need to see that click in order for them to be a dark horse Super Bowl team. I think on paper, it's pretty well-rounded, at least compared to last year by far. Getting Corey Linsley, the best center in the league, that's an immediate upgrade. Rashawn Slater, second best left tackle in the draft, possibly the first best left tackle in the draft, immediate upgrade. Adding Matt Filer, adding Oday Abushi, having a healthy Brian Bulaga. On paper, again, it is a good O-line, but we need them to get some experience together, get some chemistry together, and this is going to be a team that has some tough growing pains early on. You know, playing Washington week 1, brand new O-line versus arguably the best front 4 in the NFL versus the top 5 defense in the NFL, they may struggle. Week 2, playing Dak Prescott on the Cowboys, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Dak Prescott, looking for a comeback player of the year case, won't be an easy game. Week 3, playing the Kansas City Chiefs, an up-and-coming dynasty possibly, it will not be easy. The Chargers could have a very rough start of going 1-2, but I'd rather it happen in the beginning. I'd rather their problems happen early on than later in the season. I'd rather them go in the postseason on a win streak and show that they're a complete different team than they were in the first 3 weeks of football. Therefore, I think they do have a chance at least getting the kinks out early on because that is some tough openers. Looking at the receiving core, Keenan Allen, like I said, he's already the question of the video. He's a top receiver in the league. Mike Williams, the Chargers, I don't say are banking on him to be a breakout player, but he should be banking on himself to be a breakout player if he wants a big contract extension. Josh Palmer, 3rd-round rookie. I think this is a pretty good pick in the draft. It might be a little underrated. He's a great talent. Just didn't have the quarterback in college. Justin Herbert, he's arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I think Josh Palmer we're going to see a lot out of. Jalen Guyton, Tyron Johnson, Jared Cook at tight end. I have mixed emotions about him. I like his name. I like his brand, but I feel like his name's getting bigger than his talent at some point. He's definitely tipping towards that direction, but there are still guys the Chargers have at the depth chart. They drafted Trey McKitty, another tight end in the 3rd round. They already have 6'8" freak Donald Parham. I think someone will develop fine, and I do like Jared Cook's mentorship that he can provide for whoever the next big tight end is for this team. So overall, offense is looking stellar, and then Austin Eckler out of the backfield. Another one that I have my question marks on, I love Austin Eckler out of the backfield. He's a top 5 receiving back, but when it comes to running the football, being the power back, pushing the pile, that's where I get my questions. I think with Joe Lombardi in this new offense, I think he'll work it out just fine. Alvin Kamara was never this amazing power back, yet he's still a top 5 back in the league, arguably. So therefore, I think Joe Lombardi can help get Eckler to the next level. Looking at the defense, you have arguably a top 5 safety in the league, a top 3, maybe top 1 defensive end in the league. This is why they're a dark horse team. You got a top 10 quarterback on the come up. You have a top 5 safety on the come up, a top 3 solidified pass rusher, some developing defensive players. Brandon Staley, who just led the #1 defense in the NFL last year. You know, I'm at a point where, is Brandon Staley being overrated? Like, everyone's predicting him to win Coach of the Year. Is everyone actually underrating him? Like, he led the #1 defense with a top pass rusher, Aaron Donald, top defensive back, Jalen Ramsey. Chargers got a similar thing. They got a top pass rusher, Joey Bosa. They got a top defensive back, Derwin James. Can he replicate of getting a top 5 defense again? I'm not saying it will happen, but I do think it is more possible than some people may think. You got, hopefully, someone developing to help out Joey Bosa. You know, besides Aaron Donald, he also had a consistent Robin and Leonard Floyd to take the pressure off from time to time. Joey Bosa, Brandon Staley, they need to find that guy for him. Who's going to be his Robin that takes pressure off him? Is it Keenan Allen, Jerry Tillery, Linval Joseph, Kenneth Murray? I don't care who it is, but just find someone. If you want a chance to be a dark horse team, if you want to be a top 5 defense in the league, you need to help out Joey Bosa, and same in the secondary. Who's going to be the next best guy behind Derwin? Is it going to be rookie Asante Samuel Jr., aging Chris Harris Jr., Tavon Campbell? Is it going to be Michael Davis? I don't care who it is again, but we need to see someone step up both in the front 4 and in the secondary to help out the star players, to help out the bread and butter of this team. Who's going to be the next best guys that Brandon Staley can try and help replicate the Rams defense to? Untitled Chapter's already been watching film on Leonard Floyd and how he helped out Donald to try and create this impact with Bosa. And if he could get it down, if he can nail it, this team does have a dark horse chance, and I think they already do. Just given it on paper, like I said, top 3 pass rusher, top 5 safety, top 10 quarterback, top 5 receiving back, top 10-ish receiver in Keenan Allen, possible breakout player in Josh Palmer, possible breakout player in Mike Williams, possible breakout player in Keenan Wilson, possible breakout player in Asante Samuel, possible breakout player in Jerry Tillery, possible breakout player in Kenneth Murray. You get what I'm saying? The ceiling is up here for the Chargers. Out of all those guys, Kenneth Murray, Uchenna Nwosu, Josh Palmer, Mike Williams, Asante Samuel Jr., do I think 1 through 5, every single one of those guys are going to hit this year? No. But them having so many guys that have the potential to hit, to be a home run hit, to be a steal of the draft, to be the next best thing, out of 5 guys, I feel like they have a good chance at least one getting a home run hit, and therefore that can help them get to the next level. Again, I'm not predicting all 5 to get there, but having 5 big possibilities, I'm sure there's someone I left off my list. There could be 5, 6, 7, 8 for all I know. Just naming guys off the top of my head that I'm thinking about. I just think you have a good chance of one guy hitting to that next level and one extra star guy in this team. Watch out. Not saying they're taking down the Chiefs this year. Not saying they're winning the Super Bowl this year. But I'm saying this is a team that I do not want to play in the playoffs. If they get there, and as we know, once you're in the playoffs, it's anyone's game. Doesn't matter the matchup. Doesn't matter what happened in the regular season. Time and time again, I've made Titans videos. I've made Raiders videos. The Titans all say we beat the Bills in the regular season last year. That means they're going to stand no chance against us in the playoffs. The Raiders, I made several videos on them. We beat the Chiefs last year. They stand no chance now. Regular season does not mean that much. Of course, it means so much to your record, but we saw the Saints beat Tom Brady very dominantly twice in the regular season last year. Came playoffs, complete switch. Regular season meant nothing anymore. So I'm tired of that excuse. Like I said, the Chargers could open up 1-2, 0-3. It doesn't matter. They got their ass kicked. Now the kinks are worked out, and this is not a team that I want to play ending the season or entering the playoffs if they make it that far, and therefore they're a dark horse Super Bowl team. Just to me, obviously, if they don't make the playoffs, they're not. But if they do make the playoffs, that means they work something out. Justin Herbert hit that next level. Joey Bosa's consistently staying a top 3 pass rusher. The team is entirely healthy. Brandon Staley was a coach of the year candidate or a up-and-coming coach, one of the two. I'm just saying, if they make it to the playoffs, that means a lot of things are going right for them, and they have a lot of momentum going in, and therefore they're a dark horse Super Bowl team. You guys tell me though, do you agree or disagree? Maybe you're all for it, saying the Chargers are Super Bowl favorites. Maybe you're all against, saying the Chargers stand no chance this year. Maybe you're stuck in the middle like me. Let me know. As far as where Keenan Allen ranks, to me, he's a top 10 receiver. Where do you guys have him? As always, and of course, thank you for watching, guys. 2-minute warning.